Actually, this story came together because another writer, not from The Athletic, actually gave me the number of the man who was the head of the host family when Juan Soto was in Hagerstown in 2018. This writer had nothing to do with this story. He covers a team that has no relation to Juan Soto, so he was gracious enough and kind enough to pass along the number. And then I called Brian Campbell, who is the guy right there, second from the left, and he's the one who was the head of that family. Those were his three sons, and he was married at the time, and they had Soto and other players in their home for a span of about 3 years, not all at the same time, of course, and Soto was only there for about 3 weeks. But the gist of the story is that while Soto was only in low A for 3 weeks, then he went to high A, double A to the majors in less than a month that season, 2018. That family formed a bond with him, and he formed a bond with them. And to this day, they communicate, and it's just kind of a really cool thing to see a host family like that still in touch with the player. Now, I should mention that with the new minor league CBA, there are no host families anymore. Players get guaranteed housing, they got higher salaries. So Major League Baseball and minor league baseball and the Players Union determined there's really no need, but there was a value to host families in helping these players, some from the United States, but a number of them from Latin America, get acclimated to the culture here, just to being a professional. And from that perspective, it was a different kind of story to do. It was cool. And Soto was really engaged and excited to talk about his days, even though it was only 3 weeks with that family.
Did he give any specific things that he remembered about having a host family? While it was just for 3 weeks, I had a host family when I first went into rookie ball in Medicine Hat, Alberta in 2002. The Harpels, to the point where they had just had a baby, and now that baby is 25 years old. So, like, there's connections when you have a host family. But did he say anything that, like, really stuck out to him?
Most of the details came from Brian Campbell, the guy who was the head of the family, and then I would confirm them with Juan. I asked Juan about a number of them, including when he first got to Hagerstown, he said to Brian Campbell, "Hey, can we go find a GameStop? I need to take care of my PlayStation." When I told that to Soto, he just burst out laughing because he remembered. And he remembered a lot of these things. And what he came back to most specifically was they had a group of players in the house. I think there were four at the time. And other players would come over after games, and they would go into the Campbell's basement. Soto said they would do karaoke, they would play video games, they would play cards, and that was what Soto remembered most. Those nights in the basement when they all kind of just got together and bonded. He was only 19 then. He was a kid. So it was a very important time for him in becoming a professional, and yet to hear the Campbells tell it, to hear Brian Campbell tell it, I should say, he was pretty much all the way there.
Yeah, and listen, at the end of the day, these host families, they become like your second family. Some of them, I still have two that I still talk to. I talk to a lot. I mean, the Gallops in the Cape Cod League, I played there twice. I remember the daughter, Kate, used to do, 10,000 piece puzzles. And like, she's like, come on and help me. And I would try and help and get frustrated. And Lynn and Lauren, the Paulettes in Billings, Montana. I mean, stories on stories that, these host families, they become your family, and you got to treat them like gold, and they treat you like gold back. And most of the time, you don't have to pay rent at some of these families' houses.
Yeah, it's amazing. And again, it's something of the past. And in a way, that's a good thing because minor league players, their conditions have improved with the new CBA. The fact that they're getting higher salaries and guaranteed housing. This is something that was needed for a long time. But there is something to the host family experience as well, Todd and Eric. You guys just mentioned it, you still remember. So something's lost, something gained. I would say the gain is greater than the loss here, even though I think certain players may miss the idea or the experience of having host families. But those playing conditions needed to improve. And in the story, I remember asking Brian Campbell what his reaction was when he heard Soto got $765 million. And he said, hell yeah. I saw what these guys went through. I saw the impoverished conditions essentially that they were in. Let them get all the money they can.
Hey everybody, be sure to like and subscribe for more content.
We're back here every weekday, all year long, so do not miss an episode.
The videos are coming in all day. Here's another video you might enjoy.
Baseball the way it should be covered.